Ladies and gentlemen, good day, and welcome to Tanla Platforms Limited Q4FY25 earnings conference call. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during this conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star and 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Ms. Ritu Mehta. Thank you, and over to you, ma'am.
Good evening, and welcome to our Q4 earnings call. Joining with us today are Uday Reddy, Founder, Chairman, and CEO, Deepak Goyal, Executive Director, and Abhishek Jain, CFO. Before we start the call, let me draw your attention to the fact that today's discussion may feature statements that are forward-looking in nature. All statements other than statements of historical fact could be deemed forward-looking in nature. Such statements are inherently subject to risk and uncertainty, some of which cannot be quantified or predicted. A detailed disclosure in this regard is mentioned in the results presentation that is uploaded on our website. Audio recording and transcript will be available soon. Hope everybody got a chance to go through our investor presentation and shareholder letter. The management will be happy to answer any questions, and we will now open the floor for Q&A.
Thank you very much. We will now begin with the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. The first question is from the line of Balaji Subramanian from IIFL Capital Service. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon. Thanks for taking my questions. I have 3 questions. The first would be on the enterprise revenue. We have seen that while you have ramped up really well on OTT platforms, including WhatsApp and RCS, there has been this continued drag from the ILD SMS volumes and revenue. So, what would be the ILD SMS revenue for the fourth quarter? The reason I am asking is, just to get a sense of, how much more pain is left and when can we see the benefit from the pickup of OTT channels really benefiting your overall top line. So that would be my first question. I will come back with my second and third questions after we are done with this. Yeah.
Hey, hi Balaji, how are you? So
I'm good.
Let me. Good. Okay, so you're right. I think if you see this quarter, OTT channels has really performed well. We have been telling you the last couple of quarters that our thrust has been on OTT channels. So entire enterprise segment on the solution build up has done fantastic work in all the various channels that we work, whether we WhatsApp, RCS and others, in moving the needle significantly up from an OTT perspective, right? Today, OTT is nearly 29% of our revenue base. From an ILD question perspective, it continues to be weak, but I think within our portfolio now, it is sub 10%. It is not material enough for us to materially worry for us in a future projection perspective. So I think we have seen the weakness of ILD from a year-on-year perspective. It's really impactful, but from an quarter perspective, I think I would say it is not anymore material enough to create a big pain point for us from a FY26 perspective.
Thank you. That is really helpful. My second question is on the platform revenue. While I can see that the YOY numbers were, in fact, on a reported basis, were impacted by the Vodafone contract going away, what explains the relative weakness QOQ? I do know that on a full year basis, excluding Vodafone, you have done well, but 4Q seems to be a little weak, at least sequentially. So, anything to call out there, or it is just a seasonality issue?
I would say it's just a blip, Balaji. We should not read too much in one quarter per se. As we have been telling you, we have put all our trust on platform as a channel and of course OTT and few other strategic things that we have talked about. So if we had really gung-ho about all the 3-4 platforms that we have talked about to you earlier, I'm sure you would have gone through our announcement a couple of days that we've done, that we have signed a RCS platform with 2 of the large telcos outside India. So it's the first large win for us, which is an outside India. So you should start seeing the contribution of that by end of Q1 onwards as the thing ramps up. So it's completely revenue share, subscription-based model there as well. ATP as another example is seeing a good traction with customers. Of course, I don't have any good news to share as of now in terms of any new incremental win in India, but I can only tell you that assets continue to be very promising, and we are very excited about the opportunities that is there with us. So I would say this quarter is just a blip. We continue to believe that platform would play a story for us for FY26 and beyond.
Thank you. That's helpful. My last question would be on the gross margin in the enterprise segment. It has been kind of trending downwards. I understand that mix probably plays a role here. But anything you want to call out there, where should one expect the margins to trend going ahead?
So I think if you remember, I called out earlier as well, we would like to be in a narrow band. I think between 25 to 27% gross margin is a narrow band that we have been operating in last couple of quarters. While we don't guide, but I would say, those are the range that we want to operate at. Our industry has seen a significant headwind and a pricing pressure in the last couple of quarters, especially from an SMS perspective. I believe that hopefully we have bottomed out from a pricing perspective, and any upside that we get from a price increase would only help both top line and gross margins. We have also been working much more efficiently in terms of how do we deliver to our customers, how do we build up a solution story with the customers, and hence bring out a more efficient way of delivering the messages and communication channels to our customers. So that is helping us. But Deepak, anything specific that you think I should add?
No, Abhishek, you covered everything.
Yeah. So I think Balaji, net, I think it's more of a pricing pressure that we went through last couple of quarters, but we are doing all way to see how do we compensate through various other channels. And I don't see a big headwind, at least as we speak.
Got it. That's it from my side. Thanks a lot and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Participants, you may press star and 1 to ask the question. Next question is from the line of Jyoti Singh from Arihant Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. So just wanted to ask your view on the industry side. So on the SMS side, as we have continued seeing the volume decline and shifting on the WhatsApp. So what's your view for the positive FY26 and how we are seeing going forward? Any kind of visibility that we are seeing in India for the messaging side, and what's your overall view on the industry side?
I'll take it and then I'll maybe request Deepak to add on it. I think to be honest, FY25 has been a very tough year for us, but from an industry point of view, but nothing to do with volume. It was more to do with pricing, and every player in the industry wanted to be a little aggressive in gaining the market share. From a volume perspective, I think industry would have only grown, or at least between 15 to 20%, it's a double-digit growth. That's not reflected completely on the top line. It's primarily because of the pricing and the price erosion that we have seen in the last couple of quarters, and we have been calling it out. We strongly believe that we may have bottomed out from a pricing perspective, and hence any upsides that we get here from a pricing correction perspective would only help both top line and the bottom line. But that's one picture of the story, right? Second line of the story is if you see ILD, as I said, has not been material enough, at least for us. So we do not see it to be material as a headwind going forward for ourselves. The third OTT channel continues to play a very, very bigger part. We were roughly around 15% earlier last year contributed. Today that percentage is 29%. WhatsApp, RCS continues to play a very role. We are reaching every day new heights, both in WhatsApp and RCS business. I think WhatsApp has done phenomenally well for us this quarter as well. So OTT would be the way forward. And the last would be platform. I think platform continues to be a great story. So I'm giving a bit of both industry and where we see a lot of positive bias for ourselves, right? As I just said in the call earlier that RCS we have signed with 2 large telcos globally. So it gives us the first footprint to go outside India from a platform business. So we remain very, very positive. The good part, Jyoti, for us at least, is that while we may have an headwind from a pricing perspective on SMS and ILD, our exposure to ILD business has narrowed down significantly, right? The platform and the WhatsApp capability that enterprise team has for us creates a very differentiation between us and our competition. So I think in that sense, we are hopefully well placed as we speak.
So, sir, just wanted to understand that we are not impacted at all going forward or in this event?
No, it would be difficult for me to give a forward-looking statement. What I said 2 things, right? One, ILD contribution to our overall revenue today is less than 10%. So it's a single digit. So I would say any decline there or any impact there doesn't have material impact to our overall growth. And B, SMS from a volume perspective continued to grow very well. It's just that pricing has been a little bit stretched. What happens tomorrow, we have to wait. Beyond this.
Jyoti, do you have any follow-up question?
No, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. Next question is from the line of Ram from Equinox Capital. Please go ahead. Ram, may I request you to unmute your line and proceed with the question, please?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Hello? Yes. Okay. So I joined late. I'm not sure this question has... I joined late. I'm not sure this question has been already asked. So from Uday's note, I saw that now we want to take it global. I mean, the global footprint is what you have been... This financially is what you are aiming at, no? Going global. So is it baby steps what you have been contemplating to take this forward, or is it with a kind of aggression? Can you just throw some light around that?
So, we believe on delivery rather than, calling out what we want to do. But I'll give you a couple of instances that will help us understand what we're talking about, right? We do, for example, have presence in Middle East. Our enterprise business is there, and Deepak and team are trying to see how do we ramp up much faster than what we have done in previous years or previous quarters. If you see ILD, which has significantly impacted, has got offset by good growth that we have seen from an international business perspective. So enterprise business is focusing on international business. Of course, it's certain geographies that we have restricted ourselves right now, but there we are seeing a good traction. Similarly, on a platform business perspective, I think going global is the right way for us because in India we have both our DLT platform or RCS, which is the map platform deployed with most of the telcos. So we have now taken it to 2 large telcos outside India. I would say, at this moment of time, we see good tractions both in India and outside India for the platform that we have. We will be able to share more as we see the success want to not talk ahead of the turn, but I can only tell you that all our mighty and efforts of both Deepak and Vish are on expanding business outside India as well.
Okay. So these two international clients, is it possible to give any material numbers? How much business have you got? Any tentative numbers?
So, it is little confidential in terms of we are not allowed to disclose both the name, neither the country and the contract value. But it is more of a platform deployment, and hence it's a revenue share subscription-based model. As the revenue and the platform volumes goes up, our revenue share towards that platform will gradually increase. So that's only I can call it out at this stage, but we'll definitely share as we are allowed to, as we go live with them, and when we are allowed to talk, we'll give you more details about it.
Okay. So is it a conscious effort that this map platform has been marketed outside India that we got the business, or it's a one-off a lucky strike what we got from this opportunity? Any separate marketing team, sales team reaching out to other geographies?
It's conscious effort. It's conscious effort. We are, so, and we have a very good pipeline as well.
Oh, so you see very good potential in the map platform?
Absolutely.
Okay. And coming to this Wisely ATP, I just want to understand, we have anticipated a very good potential in this space, but however, the traction is not as great as the way what we have anticipated, right? So in a way, is this Wisely ATP, it went to a lull state, or still you see the potential or traction from the market? Still we can keep some hopes where we can strike big deals in this space on the Wisely ATP.
So Ram, the way to see about this product, it's solving the problem of the hour, right? And it's a very, very promising technology, and I believe both the regulatory authorities, telcos, the enterprises, all are cognizant of the fact. But any such product, whether be in India or outside India, need to prove their success stories and so forth, right? We have done 2 success stories in India, have been with the client for almost a year now, and they are very happy, and we have renewed with them as well, right? So the cycle time for us took a little bit longer, and now since we have proven track record of our customer being happy with us and renewing it, we are excited about this opportunity and to scale it up. As we speak, we see a great pipeline, and we strongly believe that this is an asset which will give us a good result both in near term and in the long term.
So you are still excited with this opportunity, Wisely ATP?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I'm saying it's not excitement, right? Just to clarify, it's not excitement. See, being a technology wizard, we'll always be excited about any technology that we create and launch, right? I'm just saying.
But even the business opportunity also should be exciting, right? So technology may be great, but if you don't have a business opportunity, business potential, and that also it's more of a concept in what you have done.
That's the point Ram was trying to point out, that we are seeing a good traction with our enterprise clients.
Okay, understood. And though you need not substantiate with the objective numbers, this year, can we see some kind of a growth in top line and bottom line? Last 2 years, it was flat. It was a testing time for all as investors, right? So do you anticipate, do you have plans in place that this year we can see some growth both in top line and bottom line? What are your confidence levels?
See, it would be difficult for me to make a forward-looking statement. I can only tell you that we are exiting the year with a very good note, right? If you see from last couple of 4-5 quarters, we have not grown. In Q4, we have grown 2% plus. So we will have a tailwind from a Q4 growth perspective, right? Q4 into 4 itself will lead to a growth. So I think it's a good place to be at. First, we've seen a good traction both from OTT, RCS platform, as I called out. So I would say we are well placed as to what we were earlier, and our exit this year is much better, I would say, than what we were earlier. I would say, we'll see how the year spans by.
So it's Deepak here. Just to add to what Abhishek has said, as Abhishek said, this year, last year has been a bit tough for us. But it has been quite tough for overall industry and for our competitors also. I mean, and let me tell you, most of them are bleeding. So if we really see ourselves vis-a-vis our competition, we really did very, very well. And we generated profits. I can very safely say that we would be, though our revenue market share may be 45%, but in terms of our profits, our share would be more than 70% of the industry. So we did well despite all the price pressures and everything. And we know our competition is bleeding a lot. And this year and going forward basis, we see much better days ahead. That much I can say.
Got it. Okay. And since we have the goods, yeah, can I ask the question or someone is there in the queue?
No. I just wanted to add one point, right? Saying,
yeah, please.
And since Deepak touched upon it, I thought let me complete as well. Both, leadership, both from their side and Deepak and other leaders' perspective, what we believe is cash is king, right? Ultimately, any business that we do should convert back to cash in the bank. And we are very excited and happy to say that we touched 4 digits from a bank balance perspective, highest ever in Tanla history. Our bank balance at the exit of this year is 1,009 crores. Our free cash flow for the full year was 101% of the PAT, and last Q3, Q4 had been on an average more than 150% of the PAT. And any industry, free cash flow is really, really good. What does it mean is, how do I return back to our shareholders? And hence, we have given an interim dividend, and then the next interim dividend of 6 rupees, and board has approved it this quarter. B, we have cash with zero debt in our balance sheet to invest on our talent, to invest on the technology, to invest on the solution for our enterprise clients, and continue to hunt for right strategic assets that could fit our bill, right? So I would say not just from growth perspective, but we have been very, very conscious about converting the profitability to finally cash in our books, which becomes very, very critical for us.
Hello?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Mr. Ram.
Hello?
Yes, Ram, you're audible.
Hello?
So I believe there is some network issue at Ram's end. We'll move on to the next participant. Before that, any participant would like to ask a question may press star and 1. Next question is from the line of Rohan Deria, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead. You're audible.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Thank you. So, thank you for this opportunity. I'm slightly new to the company, so I just wanted to understand a little bit more about our WhatsApp offering. As I understand that Facebook also directly offers this offering through its cloud APIs at a slightly cheaper rate. So I just wanted to understand what is the value proposition for service providers when they provide it via us, I mean, especially for large accounts.
Hi, it's Deepak here. So I'll just take this question. Firstly, Meta, which is Facebook, so they do not provide any lower rates than us. That is number one. Number two, they do provide direct, connects, primarily to, I would say, a few, global tech companies who are sending idly messages earlier, and that is moved to OTP, on WhatsApp. But if you see, that is very simple kind of messaging where you're just sending one-way OTP message, and so there's not much, technology is involved here, or use case or any application is involved, and that's how Meta is taking that business directly. But that business in overall scheme of things is not very big. But if you really see, what the kind of value add what we are doing In fact, okay, just to give you an example, now even Meta is suggesting that, the enterprises who are working directly with Meta should work with, companies like Carix, because we add a lot of value. We are the kind of, expertise we have to build the use cases. We can keep on, adding more and more use cases, keep on, educating the customer where all they can use two-way communication and, create bots and create journeys and user journeys, which can create, which can actually, help them achieving their objectives. So when it is coming to only sending just one-way OTP, that is fine, but, WhatsApp is much more than that. And that's where we come as a player.
Got it. Thank you. And one more follow-up question I had is, as I understand, Meta has been also reducing charges on WhatsApp on some of the messages. So how would that impact our monetization, or it has no impact?
So if you see, that has already impacted, so what has happened is that Meta has increased the prices for marketing messages. Okay. So by doing that, the customers have reduced the volumes on marketing. And on the other side, they reduce the prices for utility messages, which we call it, let's say, for example, transaction message, where you're sending, information messages or transaction messages and all of that. So those prices have come to a level of SMS now. So that volume has increased, but the marketing volumes have decreased. So this is how it has happened. But that has happened like about a couple of quarters back. So that impact you would have already seen in our Q3 and Q4 results. So as we move forward, there is no much change. But the only change we foresee, what we are getting hints from Meta, is that there could be slight, maybe change in the way they charge for the utility messages, but nothing major impact over here.
Okay. Thank you. Best of luck.
Thank you. Thanks, Sean.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may press star and one to ask the question. Participants, you may press star and one to ask the question. Next question is from the line of Sanjeev Gupta, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I understand that, our company has basically two enterprise business as well as the platform business. And platform business is a much, the margins are much higher in the platform business. But the only thing is it takes probably time to scale up, for ATP, Wisely ATP, it takes almost 1 year to establish the use cases. So I would like to know a little bit more about our platform businesses and how do you look to scale it up and all those things.
Right. Yeah. Hey, good, Sanjeev. So let me give you, a couple of points on platforms, right? So if you see a couple of years back, we started our business, or when we had launched our platform business, the prime contributor today as we speak was SMSC and the DLT platform that we had deployed with most of the telcos in India.
Right.
Our aspiration is that each of the platform that we work on over 4 to 6 quarters or 8 quarters, depending on the life cycle and the use case, goes to 100 CR ARR is the wish list or the ambition that we have put for ourselves. Now, the first matured platform that, as I said, is TrueBlock, which has been successfully deployed for the last 5-6 years and has been doing very well. The beauty of that product is that it is so tightly embedded with most of the telcos that, the incremental efforts, whether it be on GTM or innovation we continue to do because that's in our DNA. But more from a GTM perspective is hardly anything, right? So that's a very, very mature product that we have. The second product that we launched a couple of quarters back was, I'm just giving you some of the platforms name, right? The second was ATP, where we have seen a good success with 2 large telcos and 1 small deal with one of the OTT players. I think as I was telling earlier, that we have shown a good case studies, we have shown good use case. We see a lot good traction as we speak in the market for the ETP and looks very, very promising assets for us. The third is RCS Map platform, which has really done well. We have seen RCS ramping up beautifully in India. We are closely tightened up with the telcos. We are seeing a good revenue share and there are volumes both going on in the enterprise side on RCS and our revenue share as well. And similarly, the same platform has been now deployed with 2 of the large telcos outside India, and we wish to take it to a few more telcos outside India as well. So I'm just talking about 3 out of the other 3 out of few platform businesses that we have. But I think while yes, the scaling takes time, as we speak, we believe we are very, very excited about the opportunity that we see for both near term and medium term.
You see, as investors, when you had launched that anti-phishing platform and you were about to launch it in maybe Barcelona, the whole investing community was very much excited that this is going to lead to a lot of revenue growth and profit growth and things like that. And probably that has taken time, and those success of that platform launch has not translated into profits and bottom line as yet. So I think that is what the main anxiety which all the investors are facing, feeling that when that can happen, like that ATP platform resulting into bottom line growth and profits and EPS growth.
I can only say that, the asset is beautiful. It's solving the purpose and the pain that we are all going through, both as a consumer, as an enterprise, and as a regulated authority. It is taking a little larger time perspective. We are still excited, and let's see. We hope the product will do well as well in that as we go forward.
Yeah, it's a real pain point. Like every day, the first page of the newspaper, there are people who are getting scammed and there are frauds and things happening. And we think that we have a solution for that, and we think that yes, and I wish you all the best, and we are hoping for the best.
Yeah.
And staying invested. Thank you.
Yeah. Point taken.
Thank you. Thank you. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. A reminder to all the participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. Next question is from the line of Amit Chandra from HDFC Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. So my first question is on the OTT platform. Obviously, we have seen very strong growth in this quarter, and also for the year, the revenue is almost doubled. But as the base for this OTT has been increasing, and now it's 30% of the revenue. So from this high base, can we assume that the strong growth will continue? And also in terms of the market share and how the whole market is growing, if you can share how the market share has shifted for us on the OTT side. And also if you can comment on the pricing related uncertainty that was there. So is the pricing for the OTT channel stabilized? And also in terms of the shift that we're seeing from the ILD to the OTT channels. So are we seeing some shift from the NLD also to the OTT channels as well?
Hey, hi, couple of points, right? I think OTT channel growth has been really good, done well. I think we are exiting this year with a very, very high tailwind, I would say. I think we are very, very excited. The enterprise team has done fundamentally extremely good job in gaining the market share. I would say, while market would have grown for the OTT channel, I strongly believe that we have gained the market share every quarter that has been gone by in last couple of quarters, right? So our believe is that, yes, definitely we have moved the market share for ourselves from an OTT point of view. From a price stability perspective, I think we have not seen any price change. That last price change was happened in Q2 and early Q3. As of now, Q4 had fully baked in the price stability. At this stage, there is no discussion on price revisions and so forth as we speak. From an OTT perspective, that's what you were talking about. I think from a shift from NLD to OTT, ILD to OTT, as I referred earlier, that ILD has not been any more a material volume for us. It's just up 10% for us. From an NLD to OTT shift, I think it's okay. I would say there will be always some use case which may shift from NLD to OTT or vice versa as well. But I think at this stage, I would say NLD volume has grown in a double digit between 15 to 20%. And if we are able to get a little bit of price increase, I think it would be a great scenario from both from a top line and a bottom line for us.
Okay. So, assuming the base...
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just to add just to give a bit more color, you would have seen, I mean, as you've seen, our OTT volumes have grown and revenues have grown. But we are making great progress in, signing more and more customers. And we see that this year is going to be even better for us. I mean, just to tell you, we have signed and gone live with one of the, in fact, the largest NBFC in the country. We have gone live, with the largest gaming company in the country on WhatsApp as well as on RCS. We have signed the largest bank on WhatsApp, and currently the integration is going on, and we are building a lot of use cases. We have also signed the number 2 largest PSU bank, and we have gone live with them. And there is, we have already, our integration is on with a lot of other banks and food delivery companies and a lot of other companies, right? So we are seeing, a great traction in whatever the kind of use cases we are building, the kind of expertise we have shown to these customers, and they are really happy. And it is not just about WhatsApp. Wherever we are selling WhatsApp, we are selling RCS as well. So we're giving options to our customers where it's not just about WhatsApp. We are providing options on WhatsApp, RCS, as well as Truecaller. So yeah. And as far as the prices are concerned, customers have also realized that the kind of work we are doing. In a nutshell, we are going to start charging for our services as well to these customers. So this year we would see that our OTT revenues would definitely go up. Our number of customers will go up on these channels, and our margins will also improve.
Okay. So just on the OTT channel to understand the growth drivers more clearly, what is the kind of client mining strategy? So how many of our NLD customers are using the OTT channels, and also whatever growth we are seeing, this is coming from existing customers or it's coming from net new customers that we are signing? And also, what is the stickiness in terms of the new customers that is being onboarded? So how easy or difficult it is to shift from one vendor to another in terms of OTT? And also, the adding onto the margins to it, because as we have seen that the OTT volumes have been scaling up, the gross margins have been coming down over the last 4 quarters. So, is it fair to assume that the OTT volume is coming at a lower gross margin?
Okay. So, yeah, Abhishek, please.
No, go ahead, Deepak.
No, you please go ahead, then I will add on.
Sure. Fine. So, Amit, I think it's mix of both. As Deepak has said, the advantage that we play out in the industry is that I think we are the only player in the industry who can offer all the channel end to end. And it's not just the channel offering, but the solution capability that the enterprise team has built up. Platform team has anyways had a strong footprint in terms of technology capabilities, but I'm telling you that from an enterprise perspective, the solution enterprise team has built up is very, very unique. And it's not restricted to one channel, but it's an omni-channel, and hence that's what we are being referred as a partner for our customers, which means that we are able to offer them the most efficient way for them to communicate, whether through OTT, whether through SMS, or various other channels that our client would like to reach. And hence, the reason I wanted to highlight that is the same client are able to deep dive and do organic growth and do a cross-sell of selling OTT channels. With the same client, we are able to get the market share. We are also able to win new clients on the back of OTT channels and so forth. Second, the OTT channel is also about two-way communication, rich media communications, and solution build-up profiles, which becomes the case study becomes very, very use case study becomes very, very critical for us and our client, which means the stickiness for us and our customers becomes more important, right? Rather than just a utility message being sent as a one time. So I would say because the solution is built on top of the platform that we have, our partners have, whether we Meta and others, it becomes a more sticky story for us along with our customers. So that's one. From a margin point of view, we have been calling you out that we have been making investments for future. We are making investments for growth. So I would say the margin shift or little bit softness that you have seen in the gross margin not necessarily would only mean because of the shift to the OTT channel. It's also because of we have been making on various areas, whether we go to market, whether we direct costs and so forth. However, as Deepak said, there is an opportunity for us to price it better. There is an opportunity, there is a value that customer sees for our solution built up, and hence we will be able to price them as well. And hence, as I earlier communicated, we believe that margin should be in a narrowed range. That would be our endeavor as we speak. Deepak, if you want to add anything.
No, I just want to add, if you are aware, we as a company, as Karix, we were about 3 years behind as far as WhatsApp is concerned in India because WhatsApp appointed, our competitor as their sole, partner. And then, and then they opened up for others for after 3 years. So it was always a catching up game for us. So to answer your question, yes, all the customers, they want to be on OTT as well. They want to have a two-way communication with their enterprise customers. But we as Karix and Tanla and Value First, so we were serving these customers for SMS, and slowly we were, pushing them to come to us to use OTT as well. So that shift is happening now. A lot of customers from our competitors, from our competition, is moving to us now. And that's what I just said, a few minutes back, that, there are a lot of customers who are now signing us up, who are there with our competition. So that shift is happening, and definitely we are going to, increase our market share on OTT channels.
Okay. Thanks for the elaborate answer, sir. So my last question would be on the platform business. Obviously, we have launched the MAP CS outside India. So that will obviously be a boost. But in terms of the platform business growth, obviously YOY it is up X of VI. But in terms of sequential weakness, what is not working there as per your view, and also the kind of uptick that we expected from the ATP side. So do you think that it's not working the way we earlier thought it to be, and also there is additional pressure from the in-house anti-phishing solutions being built by the telcos itself?
So I would say, Amit, we should not read too much this quarter, just a small blip. I think definitely platform continues to be very, very promising. What has not worked out, I would say, would be that we didn't thought that the sales cycle would take much longer and we have to prove ourselves from a use case perspective because the problem is real, the problem is here and now. I think that's where maybe we would have gone wrong or our assumption would have gone wrong. But from an asset perspective, I think it has got nothing to do with the offerings that our competition has launched. I think it only supplements our platform use case that is real and it's very, very promising. As we speak, I would only say that the pipeline continues to grow. We continue to have serious interaction with our clients. We have renewed the 2 contracts that we had earlier, and we'll share with you as things go.
Okay. And lastly, on the cash balance that you have, 1,000 crores odd cash, so that is 15% of the market cap. So, what's the inorganic growth strategy? Are we looking at some substantial kind of an acquisition outside India?
So, 2 things, right? From a return to shareholder perspective, we have declared an interim dividend. Board has approved this quarter, so we are declaring 6 rupees as a dividend, interim dividend, in addition to what we did last quarter. Second, I think the philosophy remains the same. We are very, very strategically investing both on our ingrown talent, right? Because talent is key for the success both in the enterprise business and the platform business. Our HR team is working day in, day out to ensure that the talent is critical and we have a right hiring and right team in place. B, we continue to invest in the organic on the GTM side, on the technology side, on the innovation side. And the third, M&A, as you said, we continue to look out for the assets. We don't want to rush, but whenever we believe that there is a right assets which will help, grow us faster, which will fit with us from a cultural perspective, I think we will not shy away in making those investments.
Okay, so thank you and all the best.
Thank you. Thanks, Amit.
Thank you very much. Next question is from the line of Aditya Sen from Robo Capital.
Hi, thanks for the opportunity. So I see that the realization that India gets on WhatsApp is quite low, or rather I should say it is, I guess, the lowest when compared to other like 30-40 countries. So is there a reason for the same, and do we see an upside as to matching the median realization or going north from the present realization that we get in all 3 segments, that is marketing, utility, and authentication?
Deepak, you want to take it?
Sorry, I couldn't get the question properly. Can you please repeat?
Sure. So I plotted the data which shows that India gets the lowest realization in WhatsApp revenue, both in all the 3 segments, marketing, utility, and authentication. So is there a reason for the same, that why we are getting this lowest realization, and will we grow forward from here, northwards from here, to match the median realization of the WhatsApp revenue?
No, are you comparing India's, realization with other countries?
True.
See, that would always, sorry?
Yeah, please continue.
Yeah, okay. So what I was saying that WhatsApp has kept their prices, keeping the prevailing SMS prices, in that country, right? So if you look at it here in India, SMS prices are in the range of 9 to 11 paisa. So they kept their utility prices at around 11 paisa, and marketing messages, they kept it around 70, 75 paisa. But in a lot of other countries, let's say if you look at Indonesia, the WhatsApp prices, the minimum price is 2 rupee 50 paisa if I convert that into Indian rupees. And the reason is because the SMS price also over there is about 2 rupee 50 paisa. So most of the countries, if you look at it, the SMS rates are much higher. The realization is much higher. That's why even the WhatsApp price is also much higher. So this is how it works. I hope I answered your question.
That answers completely. Thanks a lot for that. And what in enterprise segment for the next 2-3 years? Any guidance on that?
So I think we don't guide for future, so it would be difficult to say that. As I said earlier, we are exiting this year with a high note. Q4 has been good for us. Continues to show good traction. That's where I leave it at right now. It would be difficult for me to make a forward statement.
No worries. Thanks a lot. That was my question.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I now hand the conference over to Ms. Ritu Mehta for closing comments.
Thank you, everyone. That was the last question of this evening. In case we couldn't answer your questions, please write to us at investor help desk. Thank you so much. Good evening.
Thank you very much. On behalf of Tanla Platforms Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.